Today we're going way back to 2007, where I had a few stories put in here. It's called Against the Clock, and I used to belong to a website called The Right Idea, or it's actually a forum actually. The whole idea was to raise some money for Alzheimer's, and this entailed doing a crazy stint. I think it was about 12 hours, where we would write many stories as we can, or as we could back then. And the idea was eventually we'd put together a little collection of the ones that were probably our best work. Some were great, some were a little bit iffy, and some were in between. And we have a little bit of a mixture of the ones that I will be putting together in this little playlist. It's called Against the Clock, is the name of this book. You won't be able to buy this anymore, it's long gone. And today's little story is called Inspiration, and we had the prompt, Once in a Lifetime, Never in Mine. And it goes as follows. What to write, what to do. He was an author, a man who could command worlds at his fingertips. Now, though, pacing to and fro, his one thought was, I can't write. He thought about a story where the world was invaded, another where the ocean eats the land, another where history becomes the future. Each time he started, he could not escape beyond the first sentence. These ideas are crap. They are plain silly. In a huff, he dragged out a pair of comfortable boots. He grabbed a beige jacket, took out his phone, and held it at the settee. A tartan scarf decorated his neck, and he rushed outside to embrace the Libran air. It helped to walk. It made his thoughts become lucid, made him feel good. It wasn't long before he left the village of Meersham, saw a stile, sped towards a familiar footpath. The sun surprised him with its warmth, and he cursed being so overdressed. However, he knew how fickle the weather could be, so he endured. It wasn't long before he had the dubious pleasure of company. A haggard shrew, adorned in fake fur and stick of birch, approached. The writer's face twitched when her dog saw a new plaything. I'm sorry, he's going to jump at you. Well, do something about you stupid woman, he muttered under his breath. The collie barked in delirium when he came within striking distance, and all the while his owner barked. Spider, come here. Spider, spider. The dog bounded into Darren Carter's chest, smearing muddy paws across a suede coat. The author smiled and sought to appease the mutt with his palm. Bad dog, Spider, bad dog, admonished his owner. Darren was rewarded with a nutter splattering of wet earth before his owner at last took hold of Spider's collar. Sorry, he always does that. Darren wondered if there was some bizarre trophy room in the dog's kennel filled with images of muddied human jackets. It doesn't matter, these things happen, he lied. Soon he was free of cur and female. With relief he found a stile. The woods awaited, and if there was a story to be found, he'd find it here all right. Always the gentle breeze in the leaves offered a sonorous whisper to his creative whims. He ambled for a solid 10 minutes before he spotted something incongruous. A leaf-strewn path veered deep into the trees. Bewitched, he decided to investigate. He wondered how long the new path had been there when he discerned a slight sniffle. He pulled up sharp, but all he could see were the ubiquitous thorns of a blackberry bush. He listened, concerned, but there was nothing. With a shrug, he stepped forward once more when a faint female voice pleaded with him. Please help. Hello, is anybody there? The sound came from beyond the blackberry bushes once again, but their formidable defence daunted Darren's adventurous endeavours. Miss, I can't see you. Can you tell me where you are? I'm right here, right underneath the thorns. Darren stooped. What he saw took his breath away. Beneath the brambles' tentacles was a circle of red toadstools. At their centre stood a wonderful tiny lady dressed in purple and white, with waspish wings. What are you? I'm Melanie Slow, a fairy queen, but I've been hurt. Can you help? Darren glanced around, eager not to be discovered. Of course, what can I do? Melanie reached out her hand, touched the tip of Darren's outstretched finger. He found himself enveloped in a shroud of joy. Take me to your home. I don't think I'll last here in the wild like this. Darren opened his palm and invited the fey sprite to clamber on. She accepted, and with great care he took possession of her delicate body. Thank you so much. Is it far to your home? Not far at all. I'm going to have you to put you into my pocket. It's safer in there, but it will be dark. That's okay, Darren. I can make my own light. Thank you. The author wondered how she discerned his name when, when Melanie reminded him she was a fairy after all. Knowing his name was simple magic. Darren began his journey home. He was grateful for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and even more grateful at the wonderful story he'd just inherited. I thank you. So I hope that's given you some amusement, and please do have a look here where you will find a little poem for you to take in at your leisure. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.